Greetings, it's a Timeshare Traveler, and today is episode 30, Angels Camp City Museum in Angels Camp, California. Angels Camp, California is about 3 to 3.5 hours east of San Francisco and up in sort of the Sierra foothills. It's a great place to go visit, and a hidden gem is this museum. It's got amazing things. I won't go into the detail. I'll let the videos speak for itself. Before I get into the details, though, I'll tell you a little bit about my channel, and then we'll go right into the museum.
Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm your Timeshare Traveler. The goal of my YouTube channel is improving your timeshare travels. I'll do this through timeshare video reviews, tips for using timeshares, and much, much more. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, Twitter at Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com. And if you like my videos, don't forget to click subscribe below. Here's a video of the Angels Camp Museum. They have an old switchboard here, and they had basically medicines in the gold rush. So some of the stuff during that era. There's a little buggy, baby carriage, a coffee grinder, hand gun, and this is a wheelchair that someone used from the age of 18 to 101, so used it for 83 years. Let me show you, here's some samples of some of the medicine bottles. Anyways, this is a fascinating sort of look back at history. The main floor is about Mark Twain, which many people can read about that elsewhere. But again, here's some more of the, much more like an herbs and spices situation that we probably castor oil and various things like that. You can see right here, they actually add herb teas. Here's one of the early fire hoses, and they have a couple signal cannons here. And here's an early fire truck. And right here, the Museum of Angels Camp. This is one of the oldest stagecoaches surviving. And then here you can see some of the early Surreys, sort of horse-drawn buggies. There's quite a few of them. And here you can see some more of the sort of like old Wild West wagons, and there you have the covered wagon. So a farm/freight wagon. And here's more of an open wagon, and this probably would have been used for hauling wood potentially. And hitches are not here, but every one of these would have been drawn by a horse. And here you can see, oh, this must have taken a large, oh, this was actually, as you can see in the picture, this was actually pulled by an ox. And again, this would have been for logging, and you can see actual saw on it. A lot of very interesting things to see here. Lots of different styles of wagons. And you can see the thicker ones that would have been used in the field, much thicker wheels, so they wouldn't sink in as they were being pulled. And here's some more carriages, actually in very good shape. And you can see this one here, it's got actually 4 horses pulling it. So when you talk about horsepower, that would have 4 horsepower. Sorry for the bad joke. And here are some actual saddles. And you can look back up into the wagon. And one of the things you see here in the suspensions, you can see the metal, but underneath it is leather. And so the leather created more of a soft suspension versus the metal. So the higher end wagons had more leather. Some organs and musicians from the turn of the century, which obviously, here's a small Victrola.
I mean, Flanders is still gold, but yeah, it's not like a gold pump.
You're not gonna get rich.
Here's a picture of a bicycle and one of the early slot machines and the cash registers
Early we got to this technology, like movies.
and adding machine.
Some cities down.
Here's one of the early water wheels, you can see, and then here you would see producing electricity using this machine, and it would spin and generate electricity. It was the first, it was used at one of the mines in order to put lights so the miners could work underground. Here's some of the axes and stuff used in the mining, and you can see the pans they were using. I'm guessing this trough is where the water would run through and they look for the nuggets of gold. And here you can see an early printing press. And then you can see to push it down to press to make the letters come out on the paper. Here's a John Deere tractor from the 40s and other farming equipment that you can see here. I'm pretty sure that's a hay baler. Yeah, a thresher. So for picking stuff. And various other, there's some plows for plowing. And those have probably been horse drawn, as well as another plow here and other ways to farm the land.